Welcome to Oberoi Realty Limited. We are going to show you the procedure for drywall construction. Before starting any work on the construction site, it is mandatory to follow all the safety rules and procedures. Wear proper personal protective equipment for your own safety. Safety helmet, safety goggles, dust masks, earplugs, safety vest, gloves, safety shoes. In case of emergencies, the workers have to assemble at the nearest assembly point. First, let us know the tools and materials we require for starting the work. The list of tools. The selection of materials. Inspection and storage. Check the materials delivered and inspect them according to the ITP. The gypsum boards have to be checked thoroughly for any cracks or breakages. The gypsum boards have to be neatly stacked 6 to 8 inches from above the flat ground on its flat surface to prevent toppling or damages to its ends or edges. Cover the stack with tarpaulin sheet to protect them from the external atmosphere and its effects. Make sure that the number of boards in a particular stack does not exceed 70. Pre-installation. Make sure the work area is cleaned properly and housekeeping is intact. Before starting the work, the supervisor or the engineer in charge has to check the shop drawings for the exact layout of the walls. Based on the layout, transfer the survey points for marking the setting out plan by cotton thread and 360-degree laser survey machine on the slab surface. Evenness of soffit slab must be checked and rectified prior to the installation of the top tracks runners. All the activities like block work, ceiling plaster has to be completed before starting drywalls. Installation. Fix the bottom wall track, floor channel on the slab surface along the line of partition securely with the moisture barrier secured below it. Transfer the setting out plan to the slab soffit by means of laser machine. Based on the shop drawings, slots have to be made in the deflection head track for the MEP openings. Fix the deflection head track on the ceiling along the set out line. Use wedge anchors of approved size for fixing top and bottom tracks at approximately 50 mm from the ends and spaced not more than 600 mm center to center. Fixing of stud. Cut all the studs 15 to 20 mm shorter than the actual height from the top end. Insert the C-stubs into the tracks and twist to lock. Make sure that the studs are placed in one direction. Check the vertical alignment of the studs with the help of a spirit level. Fix the studs using water head screws only to the bottom wall track and just friction fit into the deflection head track. Place the intermediate studs facing the same way and positioned at specified centers. Door MEP openings. For fixing the door frame, make a box stud with 2 C-studs and insert wood in between the studs. Insert it into the wall track. Metal bracing must be installed for door opening on top, that is the lintel. Fixing of noggin channel and plywood backing. Fix the noggin channel. Cut to the length as per the spacing between the studs. The noggin is used to restrict the movement of the studs during any installation of electrical or mechanical services. Bolt the noggin channel to the studs using L-straps at the ends with screws of approved dimensions. Install the switch box on the noggin using water head screws of approved dimensions as per drawings. For mounting the switchboard, wherever required as per the shop drawings, put additional noggin channel. Install plywood backing to the C-studs on one side using L-strap. This backing is used for fixing electrical items like air conditioners, TV cabinets, etc. Backing board for skirting. Fix a GI angle using metal screws. Install a fire-rated gypsum board of 200 mm height from the bottom track for skirting. The moisture barrier sheet provided should be wrapped on the backboard of skirting. Installation of boarding and insulation. Fix a fire strap or flat strap of 90 mm width on the C-studs. The distance between the bottom edge of the head track and the top of the flat strap should be 100 mm. Cut the gypsum board shorter than the wall height to maintain a gap of deflection at the top of 20 mm. Install the gypsum board vertically onto the stud using drywall screw as per approved drawings. The bottom of the gypsum board should overlap with the backboard of skirting up to 90 mm. The spacing between the board screws have to be 300 mm. The screw heads should be in flush with the board. It must be approximately 1 mm inside the board surface. After MEP clearance, cut the mineral wool to exact size as required. Install the mineral wool inside the partition and secure it. Once the insulation and the cabling work is finished, install the fire strap in the similar way as before and also install the second side vertical board similar to the first side boarding. The boards are secured with the screws. In case of partition between the kitchen and the living room, 2 layers of boarding are given. A moisture-resistant board is installed on the side of the wall facing the kitchen. The second layer of boarding should not be in the same line as the first one and the joints should be staggered. Filling of sealants in drywall, RCC junction. Clean extra material and achieve an even surface. The places where the board ends near the blockwork, RCC, place the backer rod in between the gap. Seal the perimeters with recommended sealants. Finishing of drywalls. For the corners, the corner bead is cladded and stapled to the board. Shadow bead are fixed at the junction between the gypsum board and skirting. Clean the surface of the boards from dust, oil, etc. Fix a self-sticking fiber joint tape on all the joints. Apply the first layer of gypsum base jointing compound of 100 mm width on the joints. Apply the second layer of jointing compound 200 mm wide on top of the tape to make it even. Apply the third layer 300 mm wide and make it even. Allow this to dry. Lightly sand to remove any imperfections. Remove the dust from the joint. Screw heads are covered with jointing compound. Lastly, the alignment of the boards has to be checked using a steel edge to see if they are at flush with the RCC wall, and also to check for undulations in the gypsum board surface. Fixing items on drywall. Special types of fixtures such as Hilti HLD2, Hilti HLD4 can be used directly on drywall for hanging objects on wall such as painting, TV, etc. Installation procedure. Drill hole with drill bit. Install the recommended HLD anchor. Drive in the screw. Do's and don'ts. The gypsum boards should be stacked with proper protection from moisture attack. The work area should be provided without any water seepage or leakage. Verticality of the studs should be checked and maintained at every level. The moisture barrier sheet provided should be wrapped on the backboard of skirting. Otherwise, the boards will be prone to fungi attack. Slots should be cut appropriately based on the electrical conduit's path and should not be disoriented. The plywood and noggin should not be screwed to the studs from the front side to avoid undulations. They should be fixed to the studs using an L-strap at the back side of the surface. The switch box fixed on the drywall should be of exact fit and should not have any gaps. The fire straps should be continuous till the end and should not stop abruptly. Avoid board joints along the line of openings.